All right, good afternoon, everybody. Did anybody else besides me wake up big down today? I was like, oh my, what happened? It's down like $16,000. Then I remembered that the TQQ split, and today's first day we would see the split. So it's like, but it kind of made you see what would happen, right? If TQQs go down 50%, then I'm down $16,000. It was kind of good to see that in my account, to see, hey, we'd be doing something. So today is kind of going to be a workshop, okay? A workshop where we work together because I hadn't worked on some things and I got to work on them to make sure that we know what we're doing. So we've got this little spreadsheet now and I got it fixed and I'll show you how we did it where it updates it like every second now. Look at this, isn't that cool? Every second it's changing. You see it working to do. And you can change it like if you want to do it every 30 seconds to update, whatever you want to do. And it's saying to buy 224 shares. Well, that's the reason is because the price, say it, Bob, the price split in half. So let's see if we can fix this and figure out what we're doing and make sure our worksheet continues to do what it needs to do. So let's go to our AIM activity. So we've got 217 shares of them that have split. So now we've got 434 shares. So how do we make that change? Oh, behave. Well, let's see if we know how to do it. This is what makes sense to me. All right, so we're going to go TQQQ, and we're going to pretend that we just doubled our shares. So we're going to TQQQ. And so if we have 217 shares and it split 2 for 1, it'd be like us buying another 217 shares. All right. Buy 217 and the year of our Lord 113.21. And what price are we going to do it at? We're going to buy it at 0 because we're not really buying new shares, right? We're just putting in a split and it didn't cost us anything for the split. Now the question was, what do we put here? Do we put new capital rebalance, new underline? I think we put no, but I don't know. We'll check it out, make sure it works. So now by putting no in there and putting 217 that we bought it should say that we have 434 shares. Look at us. So we are styling and profiling. All right. So now what do we do? Well, now I'd like to see, is this thing still spitting out actions or not putting out actions? So what if the price goes to, what if the price goes up to 80? Will it give us a signal to do something? No. Let's try if it goes to 90. I mean, we just want to make sure it works, right? 90. Okay, 90 says self-service. So yeah, it's still working. Things works good. Now, I'd kind of like to see what would happen if I put no or put yes on that. So let's try to think. Oh, behave. Where's my little bar at? Where's my little task bar? Where's my little task bar? File. Oh my goodness. View. I view my little task bar. Task bar, task bar, task bar. Now we go. Now I got my stuff there. Now, where's my little undo button? Where's my little undo button? Because I want to go like back, right? Is that still working? No. So let's do Control C, Control V to copy that back up there. Okay, so now we're back. Now I'm working right. All right, so 71.74, a 2 price. Now what if we put this? This is what Rod and I were talking about this morning. So what if I put it was new balance or rebalance underline? Yes, there. What would it do? Then we go back over here. And then what happens if we go up to $90? Okay, the same thing. So I really don't think it matters on whether we put no or yeah there. I mean, it's just a regular old signal for us. So this thing is still working. Oh, that's good. Because I was sitting there going, please don't let me have to go in and do all that. So it doesn't matter if we say yes or no on the 0 price, because 0 price didn't do anything. It's just changing our numbers of shares. God, is it hot here? Hold on a minute. Let me plug my little thing up. And thank y'all for allowing me to be late today. Beth has to work at school tomorrow or something. She's volunteering or something. And we had to go at lunch today and get our brand new Apple iPhone. Look at this, y'all. I got a new Apple 13, but I can't use it because my OtterBox case don't come in until tomorrow. Look there. I got the nice little camera on the back. So Apple is a member of what? The Qs. And so when we do TQQs, we're supporting Apple. And again, I shouldn't be drinking Cokes, but Beth bought them. I hadn't told her yet that we're supposed to switch to Pepsi. Oh gosh, my kids are home. I'll be careful. Here they come. One of them's crying already. All right, so it doesn't matter if we say yes or no there. The thing's still working. Let's see. Let's go back here. Why is it not letting me go the back button? I don't know why it's not doing that. All right, so let me copy that, paste that back, and I'll show you what we did to fix this yesterday. Control V. All right, so remember yesterday, see if we can get this thing to unhide. There it is. Remember yesterday how we put in this, and I showed you how to do this. It's under the data tab, right? Stocks. So now I'm going to show you how to get this thing to automatically update. And there's a chance that I'm going to have to add a button in that we might have to hit one time to get this thing going. And I think I'm going to slow it down, maybe to like every 30 seconds. But I'm going to show you how to do this. First of all, I want you to go to File. I'll show you how to do this. File. And I want you to click Options. All right. Then I want you to go to Customize Ribbons. And do you see this little thing? Most of y'all probably do not have this checked. It's the Developer tab. So I want you to click the Developer tab because we're going to get really, really funky today. We'll do something kind of cool so that you don't have to rely on Thinkorswim to get your data. We're just going to rely totally on the Excel program. Now, if you don't have the Excel program that has the stocks and everything, we just told you yesterday, you probably need to subscribe on Amazon to the Office Suite, Office 365 Suite. For one person, it's like $60 a year. If you want it for up to 5 people or 6 people in your house, it's like $92. And if anyone's got a question on that, just let me know and I'll let you know what to get. But we're using the stock thing. So if yours under data does not show the stock and geography here, then you probably don't have Office 365 version. So need to get that. So then I'm asking you to go to File, Options, Customize Ribbon, and I want you to add the Developer tab, which most of you probably don't have. So we want to see Developer up here. And we're going to show you the little formula that y'all put in. And I think I can copy and paste this for you into the chat. So all of you can do this. So Developer. And then I want you to click on Visual Basic. Visual Basic. Right? And then you'll see this little thing here. And I think we're going to go, go to this worksheet, this workbook. So double click on this workbook. And then insert module. Okay, everybody with it, go to this workbook. We're looking on this workbook. And we're going to go insert module. Now here's what I want you to type. And I'm going to put this, you probably just copy and paste it. Control C. Let me put it into our chat. You guys can do this. Control V. And there. So you can just get that, but you want to type private space sub space refresh underscore all, and then the left parenthesis, right parenthesis. Then hit enter. This workbook dot refresh all, and then application dot on time, and then do a space, date add all together, then a parenthesis, then a quotation mark, the little quotes, and then do S, then quotes. And that means we're doing it in seconds, right? So we're getting the date to look at it in seconds. And then I've got one there, but as you notice, it's kind of doing it every second. See, it's updating every second. I think I'm gonna do like 30 seconds. I don't need it. Really? Compile error. I would not have to. Really, all I'm looking for is to change this so that it doesn't update as much. Why is my 30 not popping in there? Hold on a second. 30 numeric lock. 30. There we go. Then comma. Then now. Refresh all and insert. 30 comes in insert. So let's see if that does. Then we'll go play that. And so now the price should update every 30 seconds. So let's see if it does that. Let's close this and we'll save it. Close your Visual Basic. Let's see if we see this thing kind of update every 30 seconds. Or you want to do 15 seconds, 10 seconds, you know, whatever's good. I mean, as long as when I open this thing up that we're getting the new price, that's really all that I want. So this thing should do a little updating it a little bit. We'll just keep an eye on it. Remember, it's 71.56. Here it is, 71.48. So it's up working. All right, so anyone got a question on that? Isn't that kind of cool? And then you can hide this, right? So you don't have to have it there. You can hide that, and then it should continue to work for us. So let me save that. Now, if you sit there and go, Bob, I don't want to do that, then that's fine. I'll just share this in the Discord room, right? So you can just start yours over, whatever, and you'll automatically have that there. Now, here's the question. I don't know if it automatically plays this every time that I open it. And if not, I may put a button where we just hit like refresh, and then it just keeps running. So if you want to keep it running, it'll run until you close it again. So I may have to do that. We'll check. So anyone got a question on that? Just want to make sure everybody knows what we're doing. So now we've got 434 shares, 368 TMF. We got 802. So we're doing really, really good. All right, good. Now then, let us see what the market is doing. Oh, hey, look at this. I mean, it's in a free fall. We're down 1.111%. We are in the E-minis, and I don't see nothing, y'all. We're below everything. Where's the VWAP? We're below VWAP. We're below the overnight high. I mean, overnight low. We're below VWAP. We're below pivot point. We're below the hourly mid. We're below another pivot point. Oh my gosh, we had a little 15-minute opening range. We're below cash open. We're below everything. Got all this resistance above. Now we've got no support below. This could get interesting. All right. So then we go over here and we go, what's happening over here with the NASDAQ? Oh no, it's down 2.07%, which means the TQ should be down 3 times as much, which would be what's it, 6.30 is what the net round 6 point, yeah, 3 times 6.30. The TQ should be down. Okay, that's fine. The AD, you know, it's not bad. It's 5, just kind of anemic, but it is making the daily lows. So AD is certainly heading down into this final hour of trading. So if I had to guess in the final hour, final 30 minutes, I mean, it could get a little bit uglier here on the NASDAQ and the E-mini. All right, so then we'll pull up. Hey, can y'all turn that down a little bit? Daddy's in a session. Well, I don't care whose it is. Y'all turn it down, you little brat. So where is price? Well, price is over. Man, why ain't my little thingy working? Price is over. Why ain't my little thingy working? Oh, this thing. Thank you. My stuff go. It's just not my day, y'all. Zoom out, zoom in. Right there. Bobby, just change the thing. Go to something else. There we go. All right, so let's look at our NASDAQ. Why are you not letting me draw? Little old NASDAQ. That should be my pen. Will you not even let me draw an arrow? Unbelievable. What my tools for? Anyway, we're fairly priced in the NASDAQ. We would expect the point of control to be tested again at some point. And, you know, so we're holding in a fair value zone. Nothing to see here, right? It was overbought. Overbought conditions normally go back into here. That's what we said yesterday, right? If we're up here, that's kind of resistance. We go back into here. And let's see. Mini, see where that is again. And so we're oversold here. So we'd be more bullish here, thinking that it's a little overdone for the day. And we would think we'll see some reversion into this little area and back toward that point of control. We'll see. It could easily go here first before we start the upward climb. Now, I don't think I've opened my screwdriver yet. So let's get that up since we're doing so much work on our spreadsheet. Take a second today. So let's look. Oh, and I was going to tell y'all this. Oh, behave. So overnight, I got another email from my friends at Thinkorswim, and they're sitting there going, "Oh, you got a margin call, dude. Again, and this is your second warning, you big fat glass wearing spam 9-toed son of a gun. So they're like, look, man, you got to do something. This is serious now. It's the second time we warned you. And remember, we showed you yesterday that our buying power was certainly positive. Well, today it's negative. It is. I did follow through and say that it was negative overall. So, you know, I've either got to send them a little money. Look, this account has no available buying power. You fat black glass wearing 9-toe spam Alabama loving Nick Saban, Elton John, son of a gun. I mean, that's what they're thinking. So, you know, I gotta make some changes. We gotta make some changes. So what can we do? Let's see what we can do. Well, we got some working orders. And remember, I told you I didn't want to have to do this, but it looks like I'm gonna have to harvest 30 cents to see if that'll potentially fix that up. Now, let me see if on my new phone, if I can see my buying power and see what this does. I'm not used to the new phone. Let's see if I still got it's supposed to transfer everything over. God, it looks like it did. Let's see if I can find Think or Swim. Think or Swim. There you are. There you are, little baby. Yeah, the OtterBox is not here tomorrow. So Beth says, don't use this phone, Bobby, because if you use the phone, oh my gosh, I got negative $3,540 worth of buying power. Oh, behave. Let's see what we can do to release some of that. So one thing we could do is we could close this thing to harvest that. So we could go cancel replace, and we could try to go up to 25.30. See if that gets taken. See if that makes a difference. You would think that would, right? What does it say? It may not let me do it because of the negative buying power. Did it reject my little order? Oh no, cancel. They're not gonna let me do it because I don't want to buying power. Well, that's interesting. So I may have to put the 1800 in there. Let's see if they'll let me close anything. Or I may have to get on the phone with them and say, listen, guys, get me out of some of this stuff. All right, so we've got that working order. Well, it does say it's working, though, doesn't it? So maybe it didn't say cancel. Let's see, field cancel order. Okay, so it canceled the 20 cents. Okay, so we're fine. So I may have to pay up 35 cents. Let's see if we can do that. 35, may have to go to 40. Okay, let's see if that makes a difference. By closing that short put. Like it did a dang thing. Let me see if I can refresh it. See if it does something. It's not even showing my order got filled. It's still showing a working order. Oh man, come on, phone. Come on, come on. Darn it, it doesn't show it. Okay, no big deal.
Bobby, are your values different from the desktop to your mobile?
You know, I'm not sure. Which numbers is that? Like I know my deltas
Like
always are.
Okay.
I know my
Delta, theta, I mean, pretty much nothing matches.
Yeah.
On mine.
Oh, look at this. Connection to the server. Yeah, it wouldn't surprise me at all if those are different. I'm trying to see this. Okay, now it shows it works. Now let's see if it shows my buying power. Okay, yeah. So that gave me about $1,000 worth of buying power back. So now let's see if there's anything else I can do to make them happy. So we could go in. And remember, Ken and I were talking about, you know, you close some of these macros and it really doesn't give you a lot. Let's see if it gives me anything to close a couple of these macros that are already at way over 50% profit. Let's just see here. Where you at, little baby? Come in here, girl. Here we go. So this one is I'm closed at maybe 70 or 75. So let's close position. Create closing order. 75. Let's close that. So I'm at 2,500 buying power. Let's see what kind of relief this gives me. 25. Aha! That gave me $300 of buying power. See, so we're doing good, right? I mean, we're doing the things that they want us to do. We're closing little orders and we can do that too because we have positive theta. I don't know if you saw my positive theta on the other screen, but my positive theta is 30 positive. So this is not like we're closing enough that theta is going to cause us to burn. All right, so let's see this one here. Oh, that one's not quite 50% though, is it? So that one's a -1 that we sold at. I sold this put at 67. What is that? I think what that is. Anybody know what that is? 67.50 on the micros too. 8 days to go. Not sure what that is. Let's see what else we got here. Hold on. These are 45, 10. That's a positive. Good Lord, I don't know what I got. 45, 10, 44, 6. Okay, so that's 50 points wide. Okay, got it. So that's one of my, so I don't have any more shorts that I can close there. So we got everything else. All we've got down here is little mini black swan hedges. They aren't really helping or hurting us. All right, so let's see if there's something else we can close out a few more days. So we'll go out 18 days. See if there's any of these that we can, that looks like a mini black swan hedge, micro black swan hedge. Here's something. So we did this one for $21.50. That's what we sold it for. So now we can close it for 20 to 25. Let's close that. Red closing order at 25. And let me see what it does to my buying power. Confirm and send. Beautiful. So now we're down to almost 2,000 on our buying power. See if I can close some more. So it's kind of good that y'all see this, right? The last thing I want you to do is panic. You know, never panic. Just say, hey, if I have to put a little bit in, if I have to close some positions, it's totally fine. All right, so let's go back and see what else we got. 22.30. What else you got down here, Bobby? Oh, Bobby, oh, pal. Gosh, do you not have anything else you can close? I'm in the wrong expiration. 18 days. 18 days. Let's see if there's something else we can close. Here. So we sold it for $20.50. Who cares if you're closing it for $70? Okay, closing order. 70. Just taking off a little bit of risk. Come on. All right, there you beat. Like this. Okay, it took off a little bit. Let's take off a couple more. First of all, let me look and see what my Greeks are. Let's see what our Greeks are. So we're doing some field orders. So we still got positive theta. So we're good. When we close these out, it's decreasing our delta a little bit. So I can afford to close a few more of those. And then I'll decide, hey, do I want to give them $1,800 or do I want to keep on closing? So here is a position that we sold for, there's two of them. We sold one for $20.75 and one for $20.50. So we can close those. Way over 50% profit, right? So let's close those, see what this does. And there we go. So now we're down to 1,800. What else I can do? At 18 days out. Let me, there. Oh. What is that showing? Now, that sounds better. All right, so let's go back to 18 days. Take off something else. It's taking a little buying power. That's the flexibility of these 111s, though, is that, you know, something that you sell for $20 and close for 85 cents. That's a no-brainer if you need the buying power. What's that? See if I get closer and closer. Because I'm not willing to close anything that's not going to be at least a 50% winner, because then I've got those put debit spreads on for free. All right, so now we're down to about 1,600. Some more we can close. Yeah, this is good. I never want y'all to ever get into a situation where you're like panicking. So sold it for 20 and I closed it for $1.55. You bet. Doing just what they want us to do. We're staying obedient. Now the weird thing is that I don't have this situation in the Tastyworks account, and you know they hold similar positions. So it's kind of one of those strange things that I go, you know, is Charles Schwab doing strange things with margin? Is Ken here today? I wonder if he's her. Have any of you noticed anything strange with their margining today? Because it doesn't seem like I'm having the same issues with Tastyworks. But remember, Tastyworks the other day wouldn't even let me trade because it said that defined risk trade was going to be, yeah, so these we sold for 2025, 2050. You definitely close both of those. Great closing order at $2, $1.95. So we're getting close to not to satisfying Thinkorswim's requirements. Yeah, let's see what we're at now. Okay, so now we're down all the way to $1,000. But you know, we're underwater $1,000. All right, so let's go do some more. We still closing them for 50% profit. Let's see what our overall deltas are now, or an overall thetas. We're good. Still got 21 theta. So that's not hurting our theta as much either, which is really nice. If we can close something else. Yeah, I think the first time you ever get your first margin call, people just panic. Oh my gosh, what am I going to do? Well, send them some money or close some positions. What you sell for 21.25, do you care if you close it for 255? Because no, all I'm doing is I'm making my hedge that much stronger. So let's close that one. See where we go. Create closing order. Just very methodically. And this is what you'll find too. On the day when the market's down 30%, now we're down to 683. We're doing great. On the day when the market's down and your hands are shaking, remember those situations that's going to come up. I'm going to get on the horn and I'm going to say, guys, let's go. And this is what we're going to do. We're going to start peeling off positions. So it's good to go through these things and go, okay, I need to unwind some stuff, and we'll show you how to unwind the black swan hedges, because I don't want you to be panicking and go, what should I do? That's where you go into your boss and you say, dude, I gotta go. And he's gonna say, no, why you gotta go? Or her. So I sold this for 2050. I can certainly close that for 270, way over 50% profit. What, 80% or more? Close that for 270, 265. And we're almost finished. That's why I love showing y'all the good, the bad, the ugly. I want y'all to be so prepared. Now we're down to $276 more we got to take off. See how easy it is? I just want y'all to be so successful. I really do. And it just, you know, because most people work at a job that they hate for a boss that they can't stand. And they think, oh, my life is over. And y'all know I've been spending a lot of time in that anti-work thing. And I try to reach out to those guys that are suicidal and say, look, I will mentor you. I will take you under my wing. I will show you a better way. And nobody contacts me. You know, they said, I'm thinking about ending my life because, you know, I hate my job. And I'm like, they need professional psychological counseling. They need that. But they also need hope financially. I think that's one thing that we could do. It was so great teaching my Alabama class today. You know, I've got people in there older than me, got people in there younger than me, got about 50 students in there. And man, they were so excited today. Oh, just, you know, just so excited. And showing them the possibilities of what they could do. And knowing that some of these kids, you know, are already in the working environment and they work in jobs that they hate for bosses they can't stand, you know, and you want them to have some type of hope that you don't have to work in a cubicle for the rest of your life. All right, so now we got to clear about. So we sold this one, see, for 2050. Now it's at 280. Big profits. Take the profits, baby. Take them. Reduce your buying power requirements. Take that one off and see where that puts us. Now we got to close $8.48 worth of stuff. This is great. This is exactly what the plan was meant to do. All right, so let's go back to the 18 days. And you're saying, well, Bob, if you hadn't had all these on, you wouldn't got a margin call. I got it. But the good thing is, once you get this thing going, and all we're doing is making that whale, that elephant, whatever you want to call it, so much stronger. We sold it for 2050. We're buying it back for 325. Close it, baby. Create closing order. Shaboom, shaboom. Let's see what this. Oh, we're positive now. So we're positive $746. My day is done as far as closing trades, right? So let's go back. It should say that we're good to go now. Yep. Remember that little warning we had? Account status, okay to trade. So there's no reason that you should ever come on here and panic on a margin call. It'll be just fine. All right, so with that being said, let's look at the other account, because that's the crazy thing. Is why would I get a margin call over here? But I think I'm just fine over in the Tasty account. So let's see our Tasty account here. Up 797, that doesn't seem right. It seems like this was from yesterday. I probably need to log back in. But I think I've got $1,600 in option buying power. We'll see if that's indeed the case when we do our 111 trade. Let's do our 111 trade. So 111, what do? I go closest to 60 days without going over. So I could either go 47 or 65. So I'm gonna go 47 because I don't like to go out farther than 60 days on 111. So let's go to 47 days. We're gonna do a long put vertical. We're gonna do that little puppy 50 points wide. There it goes. I knew it was coming. I don't drop my new Apple iPhone. You know, the iPhone is the thing that, you know, the poor people and the rich people, there's really not a difference, is there? Poor people have the iPhone, rich people have it. It's kind of the great equalizer, right? It don't matter if the rich person sitting at the bar with an iPhone, you know, they may not have the pro, you know, someone that doesn't have money, but I got a feeling they do. Probably just as many pro Apple iPhones as, you know, the other people. So it's the great equalizer. And Apple is in the queues, and we love Apple. And we trade Apple in our queues. So let's see this. We want to go down before we buy this for $10. $10. Keep on moving. I got the COVID come through, flu, my nose is running. And everybody around here saying, hey, if your nose is running, it ain't a cold. You got the COVID. I'm like, well, don't say that. Let's go $12. A bit more. There's $11. There's $10.75. There's $10.50. This one's stuck. So got to go down. So that's $10. So that would be fine. You know, it says $9.75 to 10. Let's go down one more. There. So we'll buy one where we don't have one, and we'll sell one where we don't have one. So for $9.75, we'll bump that up to $10. There we go. So it looks like it's leaving me with about $1,400 in buying power. So let's go and sell something for about 20. Now, the cool thing is my theta's nice and high here, so I could take risk off and close some of these little options today, right? If I wanted to, but as long as I got buying power, I really don't care. So if I go tomorrow and, you know, Tastyworks says, oh, you've got a margin call here, you know, I just do the same thing that I did in the other ones. And what you'll find is these down days in the market, once you've had these 111 trades on, it doesn't like severely change the price that I could have closed these for yesterday. They're very resilient trades. So let's go sell this one here for $21. Yeah. So that'll take $653 in buying power. So that should leave me with 1,048 in buying power, it says, after take everything into consideration. So we're still good. Now, remember, this is in stark contrast to what we did in the beginning of 2020, at the end of 2019, when we were all about you can't use more than 35% buying power. Remember those days? But we're on a whole different path now. We're not solely on the theta gain path. We've got other things that we're doing, investing in long-term volatile assets, which will give us opportunities to buy and opportunities to sell. And that being, for my case, TQQQ. All right, so let's go and see if they'll let us put one on in the other account. So now we've got an okay to trade. Thank you very much. Let's go over here. MES. Go 46 days. And it looks like we were at the 45.20. 45.20. Did I tell y'all I got somebody to buy my donkeys that killed my goats? So they're gonna give me $400 for both of them. That's what I paid for. And they're gonna come this weekend. But the old guy said, you're gonna have to load them up, because he's probably 80 years old. And I'm like, I don't know about that. So I'm probably going to have to find somebody to help me load some donkeys up. So if any of y'all are in Georgia, Ken's not with us today. I can see me and Ken loaded donkeys. Matt, won't you fly down from Kentucky and let's just take care of it. Rick, you ain't got nothing to do. You're retired. Rick, you could be here on Saturday. We'd load some donkeys up. Wouldn't that be fun?
Yeah, I'll buy a plane ticket.
Oh man. Don't y'all envy Rick now that he's retired? Just awesome. What a great life. And it is true what my mama says. She says, Bubba, life is good. And it is. Wake up every day, you thank the Lord for his blessings, and you just go out, try to be good in the world. Go do the good stuff, share the good news. Go to the Sunday school class on Sunday. Let's sell that one. So that's a $10 credit. Let's see if we get filled for 10. Remember, these have got to be in quarter increments. Let's see if we get filled. And buying power limit with $140. Look at that. Looks like we'll be able to be just fine. Rejected. You cannot open new futures positions. Yeah, I was afraid of that. All right, so they're still not satisfied that we have, satisfied all the stuff, even though let me make sure that we've got positive buying power. Let me look. Yep, we got $561 in buying power. What did that say that it was taken? Hold on a second. Canceled order. Let's see how much that said. Duplicate order. $10. They may not let me do it till tomorrow. Well, it says it's going to be $58.86. It's cutting it close, though, isn't it? Yeah. Let me see if I can close maybe one more. Give me just a little bit more buying power going into tomorrow. Because I'd really love to put one on today with the down moves. Hold on a second. Micros. Where were we? 18. See if there's anything else I can close over 50% profit. Buying power. And again, because I was in the margin call, they very well may not let me do it till tomorrow. So this one. Let's see, we sold that one for $21.75. Now you can take it for a $3.85, $3.90. So that's a big profit. Close it. Close the order. Get out of that. Let's see what that leaves me with buying power. Yeah, so we've got $1,000 in buying power. So let's just see if they're going to let us. They may not let us because we were in a margin call. They may not realize that we've done enough to get ourselves out. Let's do order again. Let's see if they'll let us do it. I got a feeling they're not going to, and we won't be able to trade until tomorrow. That's fine. No, you cannot. You fat slob, you. No, so we're good. We're good until tomorrow, man. So let's just look and see what we've done as far as looking at the forest. So our forest looks like 220 deltas here. Now we've got great 434 shares. See, and that's the cool thing too, right? So now you can use these shares to create income from selling covered calls. And I could sell 4 covered calls and still have 34 that are uncovered. So it gives me deltas of 220. I've got overall deltas of 189. I've still got positive theta, which means I can still close other short trades to release my buying power. And my Vega is managing. Let's see. You know, interestingly enough, this account down 1,800 on the day. Why is this account over here, which is a similar account, is up 450 on the day? Let me make sure I'm trading the right account. Make sure. My trade should be the top. Huh, that's it. Up 431 on the day. Huh. Interesting. Very, very interesting. All right. So any questions about that? We've done a lot today, y'all. And again, I call this kind of like a kind of like a workshop. We had a lot of stuff to work on today. 211, that's my day. 520 is 70 away. Put that in. 70. Getting close to shooting fish in the bucket, but this one, if we get back out to 90, right? So 113.22. I still got folks there. So see what a screwdriver looks like. Popping back up. We still anticipate revision to, average, which would be a bullish move in the market, but we're not at a point where we're shooting fish in a bucket. When you get out to 90, we're shooting fish in a bucket. Not quite. Hey, somebody in chat wanted me to talk about something today. I can't remember what it was. Let's see. Bobby, if you have a chance, would you be able to model up number of tranches for the BSH for the ratio to the 111 trades? Just trying to figure out the ratio I have. Many things. That's a good question. And especially, I should have done that before I got started, because if we go to the Analyze tab, I've taken off a lot of risk now. Right, so if we go to the MES and we go to 4 expirations, let's see what my MES positions look like. We go to single symbol, high simulations. Yeah, so you see, we took off a lot of this downside risk. So my latest break even is all the way down to 4,059 for that March 1st expiration. So it's way down here. And you can see it looks really, really good. If we keep going this way, I kind of go up kind of big time in profit. What's it there, $4,000? We took a lot of risk off to the downside. So let's kind of see the overall E-mini edges and see what it looks like. Because this should be stronger now too, because I did a harvest. I didn't want to do the harvest, but I did the harvest at, what was it? 13 orders. Wow, look at this. I did the harvest at 35 cents instead of 20 cents. I didn't want to do that, but I basically was forced to because of the margin requirements. So we could reduce margin further or increase our available buying power further by buying these 5, but I think I'm gonna let that wait. We'll see what comes tomorrow. Should be fine. I could go ahead and buy those 5 and make it stronger, but let's just look back at the Analyze tab. So Analyze tab, we're going to go to vol step and go to 4 vol steps. I increase this up to 15%. Now, we look at our price slices, so you'll know what we've got. I always look at stuff 15, 10, 5, 0, -5, -12, -20. I want to see how horrible it is on a 20% drop. So you see on a 20% drop, it says my profit and loss per day would be $6,300 with a 0 buying power fee. But that doesn't take into account the increase in volatility. And that's why I bumped this up to 15 to kind of look at what this number is for 79% would be. So if we go down here, looks like we'd be up $68,000 on the overall hedge, just the hedge, right? The E-meetings. What would we be on the overall portfolio? We would be portfolio beta weighted. Remember, yesterday we were down 32,000. So we should be better than that today. So now we're up 9,000. What caused the difference? What caused that difference? It was that harvest. Well, it was the harvest, and it was also taking off the harvest of the 3 short puts in the Black Swan hedge. That certainly helped. And it did help as well that you and I closed a lot of the 111 trades. So, I'm not sure that I can really tell you a relationship between the Black Swan, the Sweet Bobby hedge and the 111 trades. You've got to just kind of model it out on the Analyze tab. If you don't have access to the Analyze tab, if you'll get with somebody in our group that does, or book a one-on-one with me, we'll do it. We'll put them in. All you got to do is, surely anybody can open a Thinkorswim, regardless of what country, right? Can't you download the platform at least? I'm not sure. You'd think anybody could download it, and then just go in and do the trades. And instead of putting on the trade, here's what you can do. So say you wanted to see what a naked put looks like. So you go down here and you sell a naked put, and that's that price on it. So you sell this naked put, right? Sell naked put. What does that look like? Well, then you right click and you go Analyze trade, and then it'll flip it open in the Analyze thing, and then you go, okay, let's show all. Let's show my positions plus my simulations to see what would happen on that 20% down move. Everybody with me on that one? And like I say, if you don't have access to it, then we'll do it. So yes, you need to finance the account. Oh, really, guy? So you need to finance the account to do it? What about a paper account? Well, you've opened a paper account. Can't you use the analyze tab with that? I would think you could. Because you're not going to actually place the trades, just open it up, you know, and put those in there. But if you can't access it for some reason, you know, set up one-on-one with me. It's kind of a strange week this week because I got my Alabama class setting up. But you know, there ought to be a way to model this thing. And I wish Tasty Works, y'all. I mean, we love them a lot, right? We just need a couple of extra things. We need to be able to look at that risk to the downside, and it's so important. Can't use TOS without a finance account. Wow. Well, I did not know that. That's interesting. So maybe if you put $1 with them or something, right? Put $10 or 50 and whoop it up. And see how that goes. All right, so we did a lot of trading today, y'all. A lot of trading, taking off risk. So margin calls are not your enemy. Margin calls are a decision by the broker that, hey, you got a little too much risk on, take some risk off, or send in a few extra dollars. Either way. So I don't want anyone to ever panic when something like that comes up. Any questions at all on what we did today? Now, I think we're doing really good on our little spreadsheet. Let's go back to that. 1 second. Yeah. Now, let's see. What if this thing goes down to 50? Will it give me a buy signal? Oh, yeah, baby. Look at that. 186 shares. So it's not telling us to do anything now. And so I give you all the tips on how to fix our spreadsheet. We gave you tips on dealing with margin calls. So I hope y'all have a great evening. And I will see y'all tomorrow. Now, chances are tomorrow, I don't know if we're going to do 2 o'clock or 12 o'clock tomorrow. I'll post tomorrow and see. Since Beth and I went to lunch today, we could do lunch tomorrow. So if y'all got a preference, you know, post it in the Discord room and we'll do that. Other than that, I will see y'all tomorrow.